for health, happiness and liberation. Today we have a very fine program. We're going to tell you why you should take yoga, why you should learn yoga and practice. And before we start this program, I like to chant. This mantra is excellent for world peace, wonderful for your peace in your heart, in my heart, and everybody. So this is one of the oldest prayers. Okay. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanam Rutyor Mukshemamritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanam Rutyor Mukshemamritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanam Rutyor Mukshemamritat. Om Sarvesham Sastir Bhavatu, Sarvesham Santir Bhavatu, Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu, Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu, Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina, Sarve Santu Naramaya, Sarve Bhadrani Vashyantu Ma Kachiddu Bhavad Bhave, Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya, Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya, Mrityor Ma Amritam Gamaya, Om Purnamadha Purnamidam Purna Purnamudachyate, Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tassat. Thank you so much for joining us. Now yoga is one of the oldest disciplines. Now what do we do in the yoga classes? First we do is actually a prayer. You pray with your body. So postures are prayer with your body. Then we do a little meditation. So you learn meditation, how to meditate, and this is the way you discipline your own mind. And once you discipline your mind, peace enters into you. Then we teach pranayama. It is a yogic breathing which heals your body. It's excellent practice. It's called pranayama, yogic breathing. And then we teach exercise called postures. Postures, yoga postures. They give you flexibility and also gives you energy, which we need a great deal. So we do postures with pranayama combined with mantra. Mantra is a word which gives you peace and bring fulfillment in your own self. Also what we do is explain the philosophy of yoga, which we have been discussing from our last few weeks and months. And at the end we teach how to relax. So there is a technique to relax. So these are the basic subject of you learn in a yoga class. There are many kind of yogas. One is called Gnana Yoga, yoga of understanding. Bhakti Yoga, yoga of devotion. And then Raj Yoga, yoga of third dimension, opening the third eye. Also Hatha Yoga, yoga of exercise. And also we teach you how to diet, how to improve your diet, vegetarian diet, because vegetarian diet really helps you a great deal in giving better nourishment to your body and also a great deal of energy. So we talk about that. So these are the basic aspects of yoga you learn. Now what yoga offers really, you should really look into, when you do all these things, what does it do? What it does is it gives you relaxation, and also it gives you, centers you, so you feel better. And positive living. The philosophy is very positive living. It gives you strength, flexibility, good health, and guides you in a spiritual way. Now today we have some of my students and friends, so I like to introduce all three, and then we will ask them what they have learned, what yoga has offered them. Okay, so let's start with Marianne. Okay, Marianne, and then we have Bob, and then we have Karen. And at this time, I like to open this discussion and see what they have gained. Let's find out. And so, who likes to start?
I'll begin.
Okay.
I've studied yoga since I was about 14, and I've studied and then stopped and gone back to it, and always I go to it when I need some sort of relaxation. And if you have any kind of problems with stress or high tension, yoga is very helpful because it relaxes you on many different levels. It gets rid of aches in your body and any kind of emotional trauma. It seems to help you deal with that also. And it's just been very positive for me, so you should come to the center.
Okay, now let's see. Bob has been to our yoga classes. He's taking recently, and Bob also comes on Sunday. So we'll ask Bob what are his impressions of yoga.
Well, I started studying yoga about a year and a half ago in a disciplined way, but it was on my own from books and readings. Like Marianne, I had dropped it some years before. And I got into it primarily as a healing. I've had some injuries that never quite healed. And it affects all the areas of my life. It affects my ability to concentrate. It affects my health. And it has changed my diet, as you said. And different aspects of my life I feel improvements in. It's strange how the world works, and I sometimes feel that there are spiritual powers that we're not aware of, because I was definitely guided to this class, and using many different things that you wouldn't associate with yoga maybe. And when I found the class, it was just what the doctor ordered for me. It's allowed me to be more meditative instead of simply from the physical aspect of it. And I've enjoyed it quite a lot.
That's good. Now we have Karen. She has taken also yoga classes, and Karen has been not only in the classes but also in other activities of Shivananda Yoga Center, one like yoga workshop and Sundays meetings and so forth.
I started taking yoga at the university. They have one teacher goes there and teaches classes, and I took classes for about 3 or 4 years. And when I graduated, I came to the Shivananda Center and went on a weekend workshop, and I really feel that that was the impetus for changing the path that I was going on, and it introduced me to a whole nother reality, to a whole nother life of love and positive thinking and expanding my consciousness. So not only did I reap the benefits physically, but I really feel that it's working on me both in terms of my mind and my spirit. And I can't say enough about it. It seems like I could go on and on, so I'm going to keep it short, simple.
Also, some people are afraid that, gee, yoga will change me, and maybe I will not be doing the right thing. So I think Marianne is a good example, and she's a stronger person in her own church. So I think maybe she can reflect on that.
Yes, yoga does change you, but always I think in positive ways. You can add it to your life. You don't have to change anything that you've done previous to that. You can still go to the same church, because yoga believes that God is one. There are many different ways to know God, but you just add it to your life, and gradually over time, if you follow the simple practices, it just brings peace and happiness to all of your life. And it's just it's a really good thing. I mean, I can't say enough about it either. It's really helped me a lot, and I know with my friends, whenever they're having any kind of turmoil, I say, you must come take yoga, because it's the only thing that I know that works in all cases. And it has changed my life, but always, in a positive way. And I think it's something that anyone can go into a little bit. When you come to the class, you just take what you can accept, and you don't have to buy the whole thing. I mean, it goes on a spiritual level, a physical level, and a mental level. But you just come and listen and learn, and maybe read some books that we have at the center. They have a library and tapes, and over time, you just keep adding and growing, and it'll just really affect you in a good way.
Thank you. Now I'd like to ask Bob, because he started coming on Sunday meetings now. And these Sunday meetings are also free. As I told you, Sunday 5:30 to 7 Hatha Yoga exercise classes are free. And then 7:15 to 9:30 in the evening, satsang. It is a meditation group, chanting group. And that also is free, just donation if you want to give. And also, every person who works at the Shivananda Center, nobody is paid. Everybody has to work free and give their self and serve. So this is what our Guru recommends, and that's what we do at the Shivananda Center. Now Sunday meetings, Bob has started coming, and I let him tell you about Sunday meeting.
Well, Russ teaches that class, course, whatever. And I found it very relaxing this time. This was my first class with Russ. And he started out with a long relaxation period. And I found his asanas, the postures, to be quite good. It amazes me how the different styles of the instructors really come through in the classes, and how each class has its own distinct personality. And I really did enjoy this Sunday's class. It's not geared to any special level. I think the beginner could come and enjoy it, and also someone who's practiced for some time could come and get something out of it likewise.
That's the 5:30 in the evening session, right?
Yes. And after that, they have a group gathering where there's chanting, and most of the chants are in Sanskrit, which is totally mystifying to me. But a lot of them are also translated into the English, and like Mary Ann said, there's no real religious connotation there at all. They're all very beautiful general chants, and they reflect some of the highest spiritual nature that man can aspire to. So I found no conflict at all. I basically consider myself to be a Christian, and I find no conflict at all between the yoga or even the satsang. Like I said, a lot of it is in Sanskrit, but the meanings of the words are universal in their application.
Karen is also been coming to Sunday meetings and also yoga classes. So maybe, what are your impressions of Hatha Yoga on Sunday and then satsang later on?
Okay, the combination of the two, if you can get to both, like you'll be leaving practically floating out of there. I've gone to meetings feeling very downtrodden, and working with the energies of the body, and then with the chantings and the meditations, have left feeling less burdened. And I think I think people get real threatened by that, by the idea of chanting. And essentially, what it is on one level is just stilling the mind. Just rather than it working and working, it never gets a rest. So what that's doing is just giving your mind a rest and letting the inner you just celebrate itself. So the two are wonderful. One is fun, anything that you can do. If you can just get up in the morning and I say hello to God, that's enough. Wherever you're at is plenty. But there's a lot to grow and burgeon with. So.
Thank you. Now, let me ask them, what one thing has changed? Taking yoga really made an impact in their life, and maybe that one thing really stands out. Who likes to take that question?
I guess I'll begin. The main thing I think that I've learned from yoga is to accept people for what they are, to know that each person is what they teach in yoga, a part of God, and that if you can recognize that part in them, then you can accept them more. And to mainly, the goal is to know yourself in yoga. And I think that that's the thing that I learned from yoga, is that that is my ultimate goal, and that I should always be working towards that and do what they call dharma, your duty, wherever you are. If you're a housewife or a career person, whatever, student, you do your responsibilities, but you also do it with a spirit of joy. And so it's a very positive process, and I think it's helped me in that respect.
You have a girl too.
Yes, I have a daughter, Melanie.
Yes, good.
And, I think it helps me with her, definitely. I think always with children, but that's the thing. You can recognize that in children, and that simpleness is what you try to get back to through yoga.
That's good, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
I've been practicing about a year and a half, and I think the chief thing that I've gotten out of it has been a great improvement in my health. Applying the yoga diet and the asanas, and I can feel, I had a trick knee for some time, and that trick knee is cleared up considerably, and I still have problems with my back, but I can feel changes starting.
It helps you in healing, right?
Definite healing energies, and just general overall improvement in health also.
You think pranayama helps you more, or the meditation, or both?
My meditation is still very weak. I would say the pranayama.
Karen?
I think that before I got interested in yoga, I was I wanted to control everything, and I felt like I had all the responsibility was on me, and I had to do it all by myself. And when I got into yoga, I felt much more at ease with just flowing with life and dealing with whatever came up when it came up, rather than feeling like I had to have a tight clamp on it all the time. Now, that's not to say that I get to avoid whatever it is I have to deal with in my life, but I'm finding that it's presented to me in a much more gentle and manageable way, and therefore I'm not like kind of shunning the whole thing and getting caught in the same cycle again. I'm finding it very positive for my personal growth, and I think it's a tool to help lift me out of the grooves that I've set and the life patterns that I've set. So that's pretty prominent.
So it gives you freedom, inner freedom, more.
Yeah, that's more succinct way to put it, yeah.
Now, we have the basic yoga practice. What we do is to recommend each person to practice at home. In the morning, little meditation, little pranayama, exercise, and include good diet. Now, all these different disciplines we practice, which one do you like to practice and enjoy practicing? And I'm sure not everyone enjoy all of them. Like some people are more hatha yogi, like to practice hatha yoga exercise. Some people like more meditation. Some people like to emphasize more the pranayama part. Some people emphasize more the mantra and chanting type of thing. some people heavy on diet, you know. So what is your something you really like and do more? So let's start with who likes to start that?
Look at me. The thing that I think I first began with was Hatha Yoga, which is the postures, and that I think is an easy way to begin because it makes you can feel it in your body. You can feel better like pretty quickly, and I like that a lot. And I also like the Raja Yoga, or the philosophy behind yoga thinking and the learning. How to approach life, how to deal with problems, how to rise above problems, and always keep a positive attitude, because it's more your attitude than the situations around you. And I like mantra yoga too, which is the chanting. That, like Karen was saying, makes you feel more centered. It's like the sounds, you just say them over and over again, and it's a calming influence. I mean, there's also meaning behind it, but you can, I think with mantra yoga, I can feel a change with that. As soon as I begin chanting, I feel more positive, I feel happier, and that'll stay with you. Like if you come to the Monday night class, you usually go out of there feeling like you're floating, and that'll last for a couple days. And if you continue the practice on your own, then you can do that. But coming to the class is always really helpful because the teacher passes on so much knowledge to you. And I've studied with a teacher and also on my own with just books, and it's helpful to go in a class and also share with other people who are learning the same thing that you are. So that's the areas that I prefer.
Bob?
What was the question?
Which one thing you like?
The one thing I guess that's most important in my life right now would probably be the Hatha Yoga.
Exercise.
And if I can throw in a second, it would be the diet.
That's interesting. How about you, Karen?
I think the mantra meditation, it's something very instant. If you're feeling poorly, you could just begin and it begins to lift. And also, I happen to like Hatha Yoga a lot, but I'm not quite as disciplined in that.
That's good. So come back and join us in this yoga, and we will have another interesting topic for you. Thank you so much for joining us, and may God bless you, and be centered, be positive, and yoga for health, happiness, and freedom, inner freedom. So thank you again for joining us. Hari Om.